2024 so far has been a monstrous year for JRPGs, but I wanted to pose the question to you guys. Are these JRPGs living up to the expectations that we have for them? Now, I know we're going to go over in this video some sales, some Metacritic scores, and all of that, but I wanted to pose this question: are we actually enjoying these JRPGs so far into the first 3 months of 2024? A lot of videos always go about how hyped we are for them, but I want to pose to my viewership and to all of my audience, which one have you been enjoying the most so far? Now that all the dust is clearing and the hype is settling, which JRPG are you really truly enjoying out of the whole bunch? And if you don't see the one mentioned in any of the ones that I mentioned, be sure to leave it down in the comment section below. So we're going to go ahead and go through the release of each one so far, the major titles only. Let's go ahead and go down memory lane so far in 2024 and check out which JRPG is bringing you the most enjoyment thus far. Now, in this video, I really want you guys to keep it all the way real and let me know which one do you think is the most impressive of the releases so far. We're going to go ahead and start with Yakuza Like a Dragon, or Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, checking out its awesome Metacritic score that we see here on the screen, which is a 90, and the game has already sold over 1 million copies. Now, personally, I have not got my hands on this game because I am still dealing with the genre switch of the Like a Dragon / Yakuza series. But one thing I can say is I'm very excited to see that the fans of this genre and the fans of this game are very impressed with this entry, and it's selling really well. The numbers do not lie, and the critics lie sometime, but it also has an awesome critic score as well, which bodes well overall for Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. You guys let me know down below, have you enjoyed Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth? And is it worth the time and investment and the money to check this game out? If so, I will consider checking this game out, but it's nice to see that Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth came out and it seemingly has hit all of its fans' expectations. So that is always a great thing to see for a very anticipated title. Hopefully the next title will be even more grander and even bigger. So that's good to see that Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth has actually lived up to its expectations and its hype thus far. But y'all let me know personally, did it live up to your expectations for you? Now moving on, we have Persona 3 Reload, which is a Persona 3 remake. This game has also sold over 1 million copies and is the fastest selling Atlas title ever to exist. The game also boasts an impressive 88 on OpenCritic, which is an insanely great score. Now, personally, I have not still had the chance to get my hands on Persona 3 Reload because there's just been so many games coming out, but I've been seeing this game around and it looks extremely enticing to me, especially being a person who's never really been into the Persona series. I've dabbled in 5 and played 4 back in the day, but this game right here has really been catching my attention and has really been making me curious about the franchise and the series, especially as a person who has not really played the Personas religiously. One thing that I love about this franchise though, from the outside looking in, it knows exactly what its audience wants and it continuously delivers this promise of quality every single time that it releases. So you guys let me know, you guys are the final verdict. Did Persona 3 live up to your expectation as a remake and as a modern Persona entry? You guys let me know, but the sales numbers once again speak for themselves. It's over 1 million of you guys who are speaking with your wallets rather than your voice. So for me, it's clear that this game was a hit. It's clear that this game has met your expectations, but there may be some of you out there who may not have a place to voice your disappointments. Well, this video is for you, and let me know down in the comment section below, did Persona 3 Remake live up to your expectations? Now moving on, we have Granblue Fantasy Relink. Now this is my personal favorite of the bunch because honestly, this is the one that I have been playing the most and that I made it a point to make sure I got on release day. Yes, And yes, I have really been enjoying this game, but this game has already also sold over 1 million copies, which is extremely well for this game because I did not think it was going to sell 1 million copies like this, well, as quick as it did. And then I'm also enjoying this game because it got a relatively decent score on the Open Critic as well, sitting at about an 81. I did think it would score a little bit higher just based on the hype and the previews of the games before it released, but all of this is respectable. And I think that it's good, decent, great overall, whatever you want to call it. This has been my favorite JRPG of 2024 thus far. Now, I'm curious to know if some of you guys disagree with that, or some of you guys disappointed with the final project of this game or the final product of this game, because I know this game had an insane amount of build up and hype to it, a build up that I was not a part of. So I'm really curious about the fans of Granblue Fantasy Relink, because is this the game that you guys have been waiting for? Is this the release that you wanted? Has it lived up to your expectations? I do know for a newcomer like me, I've had so much fun with this game so far. And like I said before, it's just been nice as a newcomer to come into this game not knowing really anything and coming into this game blind. One critique that I do have to say of this game though is it does kind of drop you just in the middle of the story, and as a newcomer that was a little bit overwhelming / confusing for me. So I can see why the game scored the way it did, but I also have had a lot of fun. So in this case I have sacrificed fun for a little bit of the story, which I don't typically do because I love me a good story. But for Granblue Fantasy Relink, I can say it has at least lived up to my expectations as a newcomer. But fans of Granblue, please let me know your real, honest, raw thoughts in the comment section down below. Don't worry, it's no hate here. It's all about expressing your real thoughts and having a healthy discussion. So y'all let me know down below, has Granblue lived up to your expectations? And topping off the big giant releases of the year thus far, we just had Final Fantasy VII Rebirth drop just a couple of days ago, and this game is already, you know, breaking records and setting trends as the pioneer of JRPGs would do. Yes, I call Final Fantasy the pioneer of JRPGs because while it's not my favorite series, I have to give credit where credit is due, and this franchise as a whole is absolutely phenomenal, even if you haven't liked some of the more recent modern entries. But this game has scored a 92 on Open Critic, 93 depending on which critic site you go to, which we all expected this game to blow the charts away. And I have some sales numbers here for you guys as well, only from Japan though. Now this could be a whole video in and of itself, but guys, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just delivering the information. It says Japan sales charts Final Fantasy Rebirth tops, but doesn't even come close to Remake, and it is also trailing behind Final Fantasy 16 as well. The game sold a grand total of 263,000 copies sold last week in Japan, but it's still behind its predecessor Final Fantasy VII Remake, which opened at a whopping 703,000 in Japan back in 2020. Now keep in mind the player base was a lot different for the PS4 and the PS5. It's also tracking behind Final Fantasy 16, which is a fellow PS5 exclusive, which hit 336,000 sales respectively. Now this is a mouthful to unpack, so of course I might do a video actually detailing what I think of the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth sales situation thus far, but I want to focus on this video once again. Did this game live up to Final Fantasy fans' expectations? Is Rebirth better than Remake? Is this where you would like to see the series continue? And did this make you excited for the potential part 3? I want to know everything about how Final Fantasy fans are feeling about this game, because I'm not really in the fan base, so it's nice to see the reception and to see if Square Enix is finally taking the series back in the direction that you guys would like to see it in. And remember, on this channel, on this video, I want to hear the real raw thoughts. You guys know I always read a lot of your comments, and I even try to respond to them as much as possible. Let me know, is this a good place for me to invest my time into? Should I start with the remake and now go into Rebirth? Let me know. I am still currently playing Final Fantasy VI, and to be honest, I have been enjoying it very, very much. I'm hoping to wrap it up soon, and from 6 I'm going to go straight into Remake and then potentially Rebirth. But I want you guys to keep it real with me and let me know, has this game been the release that you have been waiting for? Is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth worth all the hype that it has been getting? And what do you guys think of the sales numbers in this sales situation? Is it just a matter of the player base, or is this game just not as good as Remake? You guys sound off down below and let me know what you're thinking so far. But yeah, guys, be sure to let me know down below which JRPG are you feeling the most so far in 2024. I know it's a tough competition right now, but for me, it has been Granblue Fantasy Relinked. This is the one that I've spent the majority of my time on. It's the only one that I could afford as well. And I just feel like it's been a really fun, enjoyable experience for me so far. And it was a JRPG that I was looking forward the most to out of all of these ones that I listed. Be sure to let me know which one that you have enjoyed the most so far in 2024. Thank you guys for all of the support, man. Be sure to subscribe if you're new here, hit the like button, and go check out some of that other juicy JRPG content that I have put out, because I work very hard for you guys and I really want y'all to enjoy it. So go watch those videos. I'm just playing. God bless. I'll see you guys on the next one. See you hopefully for the Euden Chronicle beta, and that's all. That's the whole video. I love y'all, man. Be sure to check out the Patreon as well. I love y'all. Peace.